Well, hello, life group leaders. Sorry for the awkwardness and unprofessionalness of this video, but I wasn't really planning to shoot it. But after making curriculum, there's a few things that might be helpful just to clarify in the curriculum and then also from the message on Wednesday night. You'll see in the curriculum there's a bonus question at the end. It's a question that I don't expect all of you guys to go through in your life groups, but through having conversations with some of you guys, I think that touching on this topic could be helpful based on some previous conversations that y'all have had with your groups. It's really about the question that students can tend to ask about physical intimacy in dating, and that is the question of how far is too far. And I can appreciate the question in the sense of students not wanting to sin and wanting to know what does categorize as sin when it comes to physical intimacy in a dating relationship. But as I think about that question, I really think that the question, how far is too far, is really the wrong question to ask. In the book of Hebrews chapter 12, it says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us." Looking to Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. And in those verses, we see that the writer of Hebrews is instructing us to not just lay aside sins when it comes to our relationship with Jesus. It says, lay aside every weight and sin. And so the question that asks, is it sinful? And the person that's coming to it saying, hey, is this sinful? And if it's not sinful, then I'm just going to go do it. If it is sinful, then I guess I won't. It really just doesn't get at the heart of pursuing holiness. And there's a sermon by John Piper that was pretty impactful for me on this topic. And he says that the question of how far is too far is really a minimal holiness question. And the question that we should ask is the maximum holiness question that is based on Hebrews 12, 1 and 2. The question of, does it help me run? Does this help me run towards Jesus? Does this help me pursue Jesus wholeheartedly and chase after him with all of my heart, soul, mind, and strength? And so I think the question of, does it help me run? Does it make me more holy? Does it make me more loving, more kind? Does it help me chase after Jesus? Really, does this make me want to run closer to Jesus, or does this make me want to run away from him because I'm ashamed of something that I've done? So as you guys talk about that with your groups, some of you guys will engage in that. Some of you guys might not have that conversation with your groups. That's totally up to you. Use your wisdom and discretion on how you want to do that. But just wanted to give you guys a little bit of clarity and my thoughts and input on that question before you guys jump into it. I really think that this week can be a time where you guys are vulnerable and open up with students about your previous dating relationships and maybe some mistakes that you made and things that you learned through those experiences, and empathize with them and where they're at and the genuine desire on their part to ask questions, to date in a godly way, while also giving them godly wisdom that is based on God's word that can give them truth that hopefully will spare them from pain and from heartache and regret, but will also give them things that they can step out in confidence in when they eventually pursue dating relationships. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. I hope y'all have a great night discussing in your life groups, and I'll see you guys soon.